Good morning. Welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 24th December 2025, Aries. Channel your energy into constructive tasks. Look to where you can make important connections. There's a fine line between helpful suggestions and manipulation. Try to avoid the latter. There's something holding you back, and this restriction is probably for the best. You could get burned out by constantly going to extremes in every action. Trust your energy and follow your instincts. Taurus. Reactive forces may come into conflict today, and this good news is that you should be able to find a space of peace within your emotions. Seek a mediator who can sort out the stalemates that may exist between you and others. Opportunities for freedom and autonomy are out there waiting for you to grab it. Seek the bizarre and unconventional ways of doing things. Gemini. A planned disciplined approach works best today. One thing to keep in mind is that it's important to connect with others now. Trying to do things alone may seem like the right thing to do, but you're much efficient when you enlist the help of others. Don't be shy about approaching people that you don't know very well. Cancer. This is a terrific day for you. Your emotional state of mind is wonderfully upbeat. Things should be flowing your way, and there's an instinct knowing that will help you navigate through whatever rough spots that may come your way, if any. Take this opportunity to secure commitments from others and nail down plans that you intend to complete later. Leo. Things may be mentally focused today that would conflict with your emotional nature. Strong opinions may crop up, and you should take the time to listen. Don't force things to come out if they aren't ready. If the apple isn't ready to fall from the tree, don't wrench it off. Wait until the apple is ripe and the fruit will fall to you effortlessly. Virgo. Communication is a big theme of the day. Every time you speak, a large audience is listening to every word. The stronger you are at expressing your opinions, the better. You're in flight mode today, jumping from one thing to the next, but this is fine. You may get quite a bit done when you actually act in this fashion. Libra. Your emotions may feel restricted today, but this could be for the best. Try to make a light-hearted approach to the situation and don't get too serious about anything. The more flexible your attitude, the better off you'll be. Keep your feelings under control by not reading too deeply into the subtitles of things. Scorpio. This is a great day for you. You should find that your general mood is excellent. You'll have the perfect thing to say in every situation. Your adaptable nature will come in handy, as people around you will be quite rigid and unyielding. The more disciplined you are when it comes to emotions, the better you'll be. Feel free to be that social butterfly. Sagittarius. It may be hard to come to grips with your emotions today, and you may be the fighter than usual. Realize that this is to your advantage. Come out of the quicksand and take a breath of fresh air. An upbeat attitude is critical to making progress in anything that you undertake. Find the answers you seek in conversations with others. Capricorn. Your words may get you into trouble today, so be careful of what you say. Try to keep a lid on hasty comments fueled by intense emotions. These comments may come out of the wrong way and be used against you later. Bring your cheerful disposition to the group and leave your stubborn attitude at home. Goals and discipline may be major themes for today. Aquarius. You may be a bit confused today. Other people's actions may send you into a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. You may be sensitive regarding your goals. Discipline is a key aspect of today, and stay true to the principles you hold most dear and that you won't go wrong. Friends are waiting in the wings to help you with whatever that bothers you, so don't hesitate to ask for their assistance. Pisces. Communication is key today. Make your intentions known right away to avoid unnecessary confusion. The more you can settle now, the better off you'll be down the road. You're the missing piece of the puzzle, so step up to the podium in order to fill your very important role. The bridge you provide fills in a critical gap that will be of great aid to others later. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 24th December 2025. Do have yourself a wonderful day.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Christmas Eve. It is Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness. Listen, we've got a nice show put together for you, but let's go on over and see what's happening with our news department. We'll be back. Wonderful. Thank you guys. Let's take a break. We're coming right back.
Good morning. Cracks are emerging in Caribbean unity as questions mount over CARICOM's decision-making power and the region's relationship with the United States. With Trinidad and Tobago distancing itself from key regional positions and Washington imposing new visa restrictions on Eastern Caribbean states, veteran journalist Herb Busquet is urging CARICOM to rethink how it governs and how it responds to external pressure.
I think that CARICOM needs to untie itself from this unanimity clause, whereby if everybody doesn't agree, then you cannot have an agreement, and settle for majority rule. And in a majority rule situation, the majority in any body would be the democratic majority. And in a situation like this, the majority can vote separate from, but not against, Trinidad and Tobago. So that Trinidad and Tobago would be representing one voice, but not as it is part of a collective without which the collective is not a total sum of its parts.
Mr. Bousquet says that what is unfolding in the region shows that the U.S. still considers the Caribbean its backyard 200 years after the passage of the Monroe Doctrine. From economics to poetry, St. Lucia is once again preparing to celebrate the minds that placed the island on the world stage as plans get underway for the 2026 Nobel Laureate celebrations honoring the enduring legacy of Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott.
This year we have 4 activities. The first one will take place on the 22nd of January at the Finance Administrative Center. And that activity is called the Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture. This year we have Professor Sir Tim Besley from the UK, and he is one of the world's renowned economists. So we're very much looking forward to that event. It is open to the public. It starts at about 7:30 in the evening and usually lasts until about 9 o'clock. It is also live streamed. Our second activity that we're putting on, and we put this on every year, is the wreath laying ceremony. And that will be taking place on campus at 10 o'clock in the morning. We usually, at this event, we invite members of the Nobel laureates to come, and we also invite members of the diplomatic corps, the government, etc. And there we pay homage to our 2 kings of the soil, the Nobel laureates, and it is an activity where we also have our students who perform in theater arts or literature to pay homage to Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott, and we lay wreaths on their tombstones.
Activities will include educational forums, cultural performances and commemorative events across the island, with strong participation from schools, cultural institutions and the wider public. The maritime sector continues to play a critical role in St. Lucia's tourism industry, with growth in key areas but lingering infrastructure challenges as the island looks ahead to 2026. Maritime consultant Cuthbert Didier says the cruise ship sector has recorded notable expansion in recent years. However, he points to limited port infrastructure in the southern part of the island as a major constraint to spreading economic benefits more evenly. Damage to the Soufriere jetty and several docking facilities along the southwest coast during the passage of Hurricane Beryl last year have heightened concerns, particularly as the cruise ship and ARC sailing seasons progress. Mr. Didier says increased investment in docking facilities along the west coast could significantly boost tourism activity in the south of the island.
The government and the private sector work towards providing more docks and berthing facility structures along the coastal towns and villages along the west coast, especially the area of ancillary canneries, Labrie, Soufriere, etc. More support for the Soufriere marine management area is one of the best practices of the world, and most St. Lucians don't even understand or know what they do. So I would really like to see more schools involved, more of the private sector, more of the tourism product involved in maintaining the sustainability of the Soufriere marine management area.
Looking ahead, the maritime consultant is hopeful that infrastructure improvements can be implemented in a timely manner, allowing tourism revenue to reach more communities. He also proposed the development of a boardwalk and a main docking facility in Vieux-Fort as a way to further expand the tourism activity in the south during peak seasons. Finally, St. Lucia's craft vendors are looking to transform their stalls into engines of a thriving creative economy. Beyond the sale of soap, straw hats and spices, the St. Lucia Craft and Dry Goods Vendors Association is rolling out plans for 2026 aimed at modernizing the sector, boosting sales and turning local artisans into key players in the island's tourism and cultural landscape.
is really happening now within that particular sector is that people really, especially within the cruise ship area where people are catering mostly for tourists, they need to rethink it a lot because the whole dynamics are changing and people are not buying some of these things that are available, some of these things that we're purchasing to sell, is getting out of style. It's getting out of, people are not coming to shop.
He says the association aims to address this issue by sensitizing vendors through workshops and training. Plans also include surveys focusing on...
There's still room for gifting, You could still grab last-minute gift items. And you know what? Let's point you in the direction because, listen, it's one thing to give gifts, but I'm a sucker for giving gifts that actually benefits the people that you're giving them to. So a massage, a therapeutic, health beneficial massage could be a wonderful idea for gifting. All right. We caught up with a wonderful young lady from Massage Envy. This is Tavia Plante, but some of you already know her because, trust me, you've been frequenting Massage Envy. That's the proprietor right here. And we're honored to have you. We've been seeing you doing your thing, girl, so we know a lot of things has been going on. But first, let me say I admire the way that you handle your brand and your business because the presence is definitely there. Tell us a little bit about, when you started, how you started, why there.
As in how I started Massage Envy?
Massage and well, the business, but the business started before you actually had the skill. What came first?
Well, I started as a massage therapist at the Body Holiday, and then I wanted to learn more about massage therapy because I was really intrigued as to how the body works, and I realized massage therapy, there's a lot more to it. So with that, I decided to take my journey over to the UK where I furthered my studies and tied that into helping me to go work on the cruise ship, where that gave me great exposure in learning so much more about massage therapy and also tying that in with working with different persons of different nationalities. So I got to learn a lot more than just the skill itself that I learned from in school. So,
and a lot of people don't understand that because I'm a certified masseuse therapist as well and an esthetician. A lot of people don't understand. It really does make a difference with the ethnicity of people because the way you will massage some of us, you really have to be differently. And you have to be so knowledgeable and aware of these things, especially when you're doing it as a business because so much liability stands and hold there. So it's a touchy thing, and you've got to know what you're doing. Let's talk about to date, where you are. What are some of the things that you've been able to accomplish through your business? What is the future like? What do you plan? What are some of the innovative things you plan to bring to the space?
Well, being back here in St Lucia, I've been able to establish having a physical location. So I started out with having a spa, and reason for that is I wanted to demystify massage therapy. I wanted persons to understand the wellness aspect behind it because a lot of persons think it's just a luxurious thing and it's really a necessity. And then I ventured out into providing a mobile service, trying to go out to people, trying to get to the elders, trying to get to everyone. And then I realized, well, I needed a balance of having both a physical location and going to my clients. So now I'm back with a physical location. Yes, I'm at Harmony Suites. So persons can come to me there. And for those persons that I've established with having the mobile aspect, I'm still able to go to them. So
no, the mobile one, because this is the one I'm always in the physical space indoors and stuff like that. But I'm always so intrigued with the outdoor. I mean, some of the, let's just enlighten us some of the places that you actually go to conduct these massages.
Everywhere, basically. So I could come right to your office. If you want to do something fun, we could go to the beach. We've even tackled the moon. So doing massages on the moon. Yes.
Come on now.
Villas, treetop, anywhere you want to. Once you're able to set up the massage table, we'll get it done.
There.
Yes.
That one I haven't done yet, and that song that you mentioned, the moon, and I'm thinking, listen, man, you do vouchers and stuff because we're right here. The holiday season is here.
Giving vouchers.
Right. So we, somebody could try, curate a voucher that they could give somebody, and somebody. I'm talking about myself. I want one outdoor and all of that under the moon. I just putting it out there. Hint, hint.
Yes. So if you want to get a gift certificate, you definitely can. I customize them for everything: birthdays, Christmas, whatever the occasion. And I love to give out vouchers. So just randomly having a conversation with somebody, I give them a voucher.
Girl. It's all good. Listen, it's a blessing because if it wasn't, you done closed down already. So whatever it is you're doing, God is blessing you back, which
Thank
is
you
good.
so much.
Wonderful. How can we find you now online and
Well,
what are the
on
message?
social media, you
Yes.
could find me on Instagram. I'm big on Insta. It's massage_envy_758.
Nice.
And you could just WhatsApp me. It's not complicated. I do not have a website, so
Right.
everything is marketed in my WhatsApp catalog. I have all the services listed there.
Oh.
You could either call or text, whichever is easier for you, and we book you.
Right. Okay. Well, girl, you're back home. The space has been treating you well.
Yes.
By every indication. What is the message you want to send to St Lucia? You know, we wrapping up
Take
a new year.
care of your body. Too many times you're saying, I'm going to do it, I'm going to book it, I'm going to make it happen. Get a massage, book with the best, book with Massage Envy.
That is it. What do you want again? Come on. Under the moonlight, we go. Don't play with us. All the best for the season
Thank you
and
so
beyond.
much.
Guess what? Right now, on the eve, well, we caught up with Lance. We had to make a call because he's on the move. His flight was delayed, but in true Lance Growth fashion, Connect St Lucia made it their business to ensure that they stuck to what it is that they promised. They did a remarkable drive, a big one down in the south of the island, and we caught up with Lance while they were on the move, actually. So here's a little bit from that. I'm here with Lance Growth, of course. Welcome back home, brother. It's good to see you for the season.
I love to hear that. Welcome back
Listen,
home.
we're excited because, listen, you started something, and we were there for the inception of this. And since you've started the Connect St Lucia, you have not stopped. You just kept running. You hit the ground and you just kept running. And here you are again, always filling a void, always ensuring that you do what is necessary to meet the mandate of some of the things that you plan. Under that banner is bringing relief in so many ways to persons. So you're back home, but you're not just back home to celebrate. You could have done that, but you have profited the opportunity to do a really huge drive down in the south of the island. So that's why we connected with you, because we wanted to get all of the gist on this one. We saw the excitement online, and I said, hold on, my boy didn't call me. I said, where are you? What's going on? But I know it takes a lot because you are over there. You have to manage your own stuff, and then trying to put all of that together must have been hectic. So tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, it's we're just doing a toy drive in canneries. I spend a lot of time in canneries. A lot of my family's out there, and every time I go there's always a ton of children running around.
Nice.
And they all know me because I buy them toys, candy. And last year, I got them toys for Christmas. But we just connected with Canneries Primary School. Just let them know, like, hey, we wanted to get the kids toys for school because a lot of these kids, they won't have toys if it's not, for us doing this. So we wanted to make sure every kid has toys. So we contacted them. We set it up. We got 120 kids, all got at least 2 toys for Christmas. Seriously, they all got 2 toys for Christmas. And we got the same thing. We got all the companies that support Connect St Lucia. They came and helped us raise all the money. Nationwide, construction, sandals, secrets, iPhones, ton of people kind of jumped in to help us just get all these kids toys. So spreading some holiday cheer.
Right. Now, these kids are going to be happy, but I know you. I kind of I don't know you, but I kind of, in my limited interaction with you, I kind of picked up, I'm good at picking up energies, and I kind of picked up, you see, once this one comes off, I have a feeling we'll be looking at more than just canneries next year, because once you see you get an idea, you run with it.
No, I know. Last year we did it really small in the middle of the town, and we gave maybe 30 kids, and now we're doing a whole primary school. So you're right. I have a feeling next year is going to be rah, because even this one, we got a bouncy house, we got a performance, we got a play going. I have to dress up as Santa Claus, which I'm very excited to. So it's turned into a bit of a production, but it's all about, spreading the holiday spirit to as many kids as possible.
Your exposure is on a wide scale. Internationally, you're out there. Big time things. Coming back down into this humble spaces and giving off yourself and your services in that way, how does that enhance you as a person?
I don't know about how it enhances me, but it's like a mandate. Like, this is home, you know? Like, this is where I'm from. Like, those kids, when I see them, I used to be those kids. You know, I literally used to run around canneries with no shoes on, no shirt, just reckless. That was me. So it's
So
like, no
this is
matter how
personal,
big-
really?
yeah,
This
this
is
is like
personal.
I'm in Atlanta right now. We're doing a big event there. I'm doing a big event in New York with my company, and that's like work. But this is home. You know, this is different. It's
It's
like, all right, I'm
therapy.
going out there to do this stuff. But exactly,
It's
this is like,
therapy.
you know, these are my people. These are, you know, those kids were me.
Absolutely. Lance, this year seems to have been a wonderful year for you. You've made quite a number of impact here through Connect St Lucia in the last year. What does the
Yeah.
future hold? What are some of the things that we can look forward to? I know you're a man constantly thinking ahead. So what are some of the things we can look forward to as part of the 2026 calendar?
Well, we're still going to make sure we host our regular Connect St. Lucia events. You know, just make sure we bring in companies together. But especially being a little more so back in the U.S., I'm in Atlanta right now, and next year is FIFA World Cup. So that's like a large international lens. So my goal, as always, is to kind of bring those international eyes home, bring those investors home, and have them work with our young business owners, our young, you know, people that are, you know, all a part of this Connect St. Lucia space. Just young business owners trying to bring home opportunity and make things better.
Wonderful. Lance, from our side, our neck of the woods, again, we see you. We're definitely partner. Listen, we're not moving because we understand. We've seen the vision. We've seen it being realized, and we see the effort that goes into it when it comes to Connect St. Lucia. And we are happy that, you know, we are constantly engaged and a part of this all. So congratulations on your big drive, and we're looking forward to it being bigger next year. But from us, we want to say thank you, and, you know, happy holidays to you and your family.
Oh, I appreciate that. And happy holidays to you. It feels good to really be back home. I hope I see you out there, maybe in town, eating some bakes, some cocoa tea with me. You know, it's
Absolutely.
like that spirit's in the air.
That is a must. That certainly is a must. All the best.
All right, love.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. So many times I've been asked about why I went into functional and integrative medicine. And you may have heard that story before, but I'm going to share it again for those of you who haven't heard it. I burnt out in my late 30s, where I was working very hard, trying to balance being a wife, a mother, a doctor, a daughter, a friend. And I got sick and I didn't know what was wrong. My labs were normal, couldn't find anything, and I kept testing. But I knew something was off. And it would take me a few months of trying to figure it out on my own until I realized that I had what is the old term adrenal fatigue. Essentially, I had burnt out. And there was an element of shame involved because how could I, as a doctor, allow myself to burn out? And for years, I didn't talk about it because I felt that it showed weakness. But I feel that if we don't share authentically, we are depriving others of learning from our stories. So essentially what had happened is that my adrenal glands, which are the glands on top of my kidneys that are producing stress hormones, had been overworked from continuous stress. Our bodies are designed to sustain a little bit of stress and come back down. So we have a fight or flight where we go into sympathetic nervous system reaction to allow us to flee from a tiger or whatever the stressor is. We will either fight the tiger and win, or we will run away from the tiger, or we will freeze. And then we go back down into parasympathetic, where we rest and digest, and our bodies just go back into this nice state of relaxation. But with the sustained tigers in the form of work, emails, juggling everything, we just go on and on. We get into sympathetic overdrive, our adrenal glands go into overwork, and eventually they just say, I've had enough. And they stop working optimally. And that's what happened. But I didn't know enough about it then to really understand what was going on. So I went for I did not know where to turn until I found functional medicine. I found a doctor who knew when I said something was not right with me, although my labs did not show anything abnormal, showed me a different perspective. That was a functional medicine doctor. And by working with her, because she too had burnt out, so she truly understood me, I actually felt validated. Because there were times when I thought, is this in my head? Am I lazy? Why can't I pull myself together? You know, you start to beat up on yourself because you think you should be doing better. You should be doing more. There's always this desire to be perfect. And I found in her a safe space, a space where I landed, where she allowed me to break apart, to fall apart, to open and tell her how I was feeling, how tired I was, the shame that I felt that I felt that I had allowed myself to burn out, that I should have been stronger, I should have been more powerful, I should have overcome this on my own. And she gave me a different perspective, that it was beyond me, that I had tried, I had done my best, and I had to start to practice extreme self-care, self-compassion, and self-love to bring myself back to me again. At that point, I felt I had to learn more about it. So this journey through burnout into body joy and into more joy has come from my personal journey. And that is why I am so passionate about sharing this story, because if anybody is feeling tired all the time, anxious, unable to sleep, not feeling themselves, going through hormonal imbalances, or they're unable to lose weight, you're putting weight on your belly, you're bloated all the time, you have these headaches or joint pains, or your brain feels foggy, you feel lonely and disconnected, these are potentially signs of early or even late burnout. And if it's not picked up and treated properly, it can lead to, quite serious chronic disease. And I believe that a lot of the chronic disease that we're seeing now in younger and younger people has the root cause of some form of burnout that has taken place, sustained stress, sustained inflammatory states in our bodies, overwork, overwhelm is causing us to put on weight, it's causing us to be anxious all the time, to not feel like ourselves, feel like you've lost your spark or you've lost a part of yourself. All of these are actual words that people have said to me. And that's why through my journey, and I realized that I had lost my joy. And joy was the ultimate healing tool. So this is the birth of the More Joy method, with the 3 pillars: body joy, mind joy, soul joy, looking at how we connect to our power, looking at how we connect to the passions that we had when we were young and how we must go back to live those dreams, and also to our purpose, because I believe that every single one of us is born with a unique purpose, and that purpose needs to come out to serve the world in whatever way you can. Doesn't have to be in a big way, could be in a tiny way, but by utilizing this innate purpose,